After seeing Max Verstappen and Leclerc going head-to-head for the first two races of the 2022 season, many thought that both racers would be at each other's throats fighting for the title until the end of the season. That belief became stronger after both drivers put up an intense battle in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix before Verstappen went on to win the race. The Australian Grand Prix has just been concluded, and it seems like the same problems that caused Verstappen and Red Bull the first race of the season have come back to haunt them. Even worse, it seems like the problem is not going away this time, as even Max Verstappen doesn't believe he can win the 2022 Grand Prix anymore. So what are those problems? Are they enough to cost Verstappen his title defense? And what can the Red Bull team do to save their season? All of these we will be looking at in today's video, so make sure you stick around until the end. As many of you know, the 2022 season has not been the best for Red Bull. Although they usually start strong in the race, they tend to fall victim to some bad luck. That was the case in Bahrain when Max Verstappen was tied in a ferocious battle with Leclerc. This head-to-head battle dragged on until the end when they expected to see one driver beat the other to first position. What they saw instead was a disappointment. Verstappen's car gave up on the race. Red Bull fans were disappointed when they saw a safety car rolling out as Verstappen had to withdraw from the race. The same problem affected his teammate Sergio Perez, whose car parked up shortly after. When speaking with Sky Sports ahead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, Max Verstappen had this to say about his faulty car. Basically, what happened was there was no fuel going to the engine anymore. The engine turned off at one point. I hope it's going to be fixed on Sunday, but as of now, I literally just arrived to the track, so I haven't really spoken to the team yet. We're still looking into it. And it seemed like Red Bull fixed the problem in time. At the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, we got to see the intense battle between Verstappen and Leclerc again. Both drivers struggled to get ahead of each other until it was 4 laps to go. Then Verstappen used some clever maneuvering to push in front. He won the race while Leclerc came in second. After Saudi Arabia, many people had already bet on Verstappen and Leclerc as the title challengers. As a result, both racers went into the Australian Grand Prix with many expectations from their fans. However, things didn't go as many had hoped. The race started with Leclerc in the lead. He was hardly troubled by any other racer except Verstappen, who tried to steal the lead from him after a second safety car restart. Verstappen was unsuccessful, and his efforts came to an end with just 20 laps to go as smoke poured from his engine, and he was forced to retire. This was Verstappen's second retirement in 3 races. Leclerc won the race and stretched his lead at the top of the table to a stunning 34 points. As for Verstappen, he was left to regret another missed opportunity to boost his chances of defending his title. Things weren't so bad for Red Bull though, as Sergio Perez came in second. Now Verstappen is 46 points behind and has 2 DNFs, which is a serious threat to his title defense. Now I know what you're thinking. The season is still early, so Verstappen has a lot of time to catch up with Leclerc at the top of the table. While Verstappen is a long way out, Leclerc and the Ferrari team don't seem like they will slow down anytime soon. And this fact is not lost on Verstappen. In fact, he may be quenching all thoughts of retaining his title and focusing instead on saving what he can out of an already difficult season. When asked about the race in Australia, the world champion had this to say: "Today was generally just a bad day, and not really having the pace. I was just managing my tires to try to bring it to the end because it looked like quite an easy P2, and there was no point of trying to fight Charles because I couldn't put pressure on him. But we didn't even finish the race, which is pretty frustrating and unacceptable. I knew there was a problem, and it was always going to be a case of trying to finish the race. But these kinds of things, if you want to fight for the title, cannot happen." As for the title winning chances, Verstappen said, "We're already miles behind, so I don't even want to think about the championship fight at the moment. It's more important to finish races." Of course, if you are the Red Bull team boss, you won't be happy watching your star racer throw in the towel, especially this early on in the season. But after losing 2 out of 3 races due to a faulty car, you'd understand his frustration. And that's precisely the reaction that Red Bull team principal Christian Horner had after reading Verstappen's comments. When asked about Verstappen's interview with the press, he had this to say: "It is totally understandable, his frustration. That was a really disappointing result, not to finish the race. We don't know what the issue is yet, but we don't think it is an engine issue. We think it actually might be fuel related, but we need to get the car back and look at what actually is happening." Desperately frustrating. As Max said, "We didn't have the pace to race Ferrari today. they were in a league of their own and disappointing to not be in the points. Helmut Marko, another Red Bull team boss, had a different reaction. He blamed Verstappen's racing style for the mishap at the Australian Grand Prix. In a discussion with Formula1News.co.uk, Marko said the following about his team's star racer: "He goes over the limit. He wants too much. We thought that the World Championship title, there would be some calmness from him, but he probably needs another title so that he doesn't go into qualifying with so much pressure." Whatever the case, Red Bull is not having the time of their lives this season, and with Verstappen already 46 points behind Leclerc in first place, it will be an uphill battle to defend his title this season. But that doesn't mean all is lost though. Helmut Marko has mentioned some changes that Red Bull hopes to make before getting to Imola. And going by Verstappen's Saudi Arabian performance, it's safe to say he still has it in him. However, he would need to put up an A-class performance by using an A-plus car. Hopefully, the Red Bull team can fix their car in time. So tell us what you think, guys. Will Verstappen be able to catch up to Leclerc and even win the title? Or have Red Bull's car issues already cost them the 2022 season? Let us know in the comments section. Before you go, hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on our latest videos.